So in summation, it's astonishingly quick. Every single car manufacturer seems to be making an electric car nowadays. But what happens when one of the world's oldest, most prestigious, famous car makers decides to build an electric car? That's what we're here for today. We've gone from Pune to Karjat. It's quite rainy, I'm really wet. Get your mind out of the gutter. This is PowerDrift, and that's the new Mercedes-Benz EQC.
Get on your feet, get up out your seat. Everybody here, get up. Hands in the air, get up out your chair. Everybody here, get up.
Now, straight away, it needs to look the part, and that it does. In fact, it looks a bit like the GLC it's based on. You're free to have your own opinion about its styling, but to my eyes, Mercedes could have gone slightly more dramatic. Next, it needs to be as luxurious as a Mercedes, which it is. The interiors are plush, there's a load of features including the latest version of the MBUX multimedia system. The dash gets two 12.5-inch screens, the seats are very comfortable, and the space, it's never in question.
And finally, it should drive like a Mercedes. Now the EQC is powered by two electric motors, one for each axle. Combined, they make a whopping 407 horses and 765 Nm. 765! That's more than an AMG GTR. I don't know if you remember, but those things were pretty quick. A little light reading told me that the EQC can do 0 to 100 in 5.1 seconds. In a luxury SUV, that's not an M or an RS or an AMG. Electrics, man. And to keep you going, there's also stuff like torque vectoring, regen braking, 5 levels of it, that too, and water-cooled batteries to keep the optimum temperature. Yeah, that sounds important.
Speed, however, is nothing if you can't get the car to slow down, and it's here where the EQC isn't up to mark. Push it through twisties hard and it corners admirably with little roll, but because the brakes have the additional job of helping regenerate energy, they feel rather wooden when pressed hard. As for the ride, the suspension's softly sprung nature makes it a breeze over small bumps, but try to cross a large speed breaker and you're bound to bottom out because of all that weight in the middle.
Aside from that, the 80 kWh battery will ensure a range of around 400 kilometers, but that's on the WLTP cycle. So real world efficiency would be somewhere around 290, maybe 300 kilometers if you're lucky. Now I really need to add this. It may sound odd and a little obvious, but the silence in here is deafening. It's such a strange feeling. Even the tire and wind noise is damped a little too well. So in summation, it's quiet and astonishingly quick. What? Thing! I need to grow up.
So Mercedes has given us a spacious, luxurious and extremely quick all-electric SUV. The hurdle for Mercedes now though is a big one, that of relevance. With the charging infrastructure in India non-existent, it will be very tough to justify buying an EQC. Electric is the way forward, but it will be years before India can hold its own in terms of fast charging outlets. And a big hurdle for you will be affording the EQC in the first place. Given that it's a CBU, the EQC is said to be priced well above the 1 crore mark. It may not be to everyone's taste, but cars like the EQC show us the way forward. And if this is how it's going to be, we are fully on board for this kind of eventuality.